Well, hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I've been trying to film a full-length video for like a week now, and I just run out of steam, I run out of motivation, I run out of energy, I run out of patience, but that's the chronically ill life. Every day is basically a struggle to the finish line, but I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a human being, all the things. We got a puppy, we got to keep things going. So I like to make videos and kind of just share what I do to hopefully inspire other chronically ill women, people, moms especially, and just share with you what I find things that I can do that are important or that hold a higher value but cost less physically, kind of. So cooking is one of my love languages, feeding people, and also it's also like my therapy. Baking, cooking. I like to put some earbuds in, put some music on, and just cook, bake, all the things. So I've already done some work, which I should have started filming, but I found the motivation now. So I'm going to show you the meal that I got done. I am turning into fridge leftovers into different meals to kind of revamp them and get people to hopefully eat them at least one more time so there's less waste. Sometimes when you try new recipes, they don't always go well, not always a huge hit. So that's just what it is. So we're going to try to do this again. I make most of my bread products because I've just really enjoyed that and learning how. So today I accidentally doubled the double batch of crescent roll dough that I have a recipe for. I didn't really think about it when I was getting started and doubled the batch, but each batch makes 2 rolls of the crescent rolls. So now I will have 4 rolls worth that I'll need to use. So what I am doing, because I had in my refrigerator, I made some crack chicken, like dip, the other day, and it was way too salty. But I was like kaput for energy, so I just said, whatever, I'll figure out what to do with it the next day. So that day is today. Since it is salty, I think it'll be a good filling for like a cracked chicken bomb, where you just kind of clump it up and wrap it in crescent roll and then bake it like a little stuffed biscuit, sort of, you know what I mean? I also have some at our discount grocery store. I picked up some pre-cooked taco meat. It was like a great price, and it's not good. You don't want to eat it just on tacos. Like, it's not that good. But what I'm going to try to do is, I also yesterday in preparation I make a bean dip recipe from scratch that we really like. So I'm going to try to use that to cover up some of the yuckier tasting meat that nobody really likes. And we're going to try to do that. So we're going to do like a taco bomb, wrap it in there, and we'll see what else we get into. All right, let's get working. All right, like I might have mentioned, I'm terrible at this. But before I put it together, I am going to take these 4 ingredients, equal parts. Well, actually, I do more buttermilk. I do equal parts of these 2 and then a little bit more buttermilk to get it to the right texture. Homemade ranch. What I do is I make my own ranch, like Hidden Valley packet, but I make it in a massive size. This big old, what is this, half-gallon mason jar. And we like it really, really flavorful. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this mixed up. I'll show you what I did get done that I didn't film any of. Okay, like I said, with all those crescent rolls, it really didn't make as much as I thought. So these ones over here, I flipped them over because I don't know if they're quite done, but they were getting too dark. It's fine. These are the cracked chicken stuffed. And then this one, I just kind of did it like a big old sheet pan one. It is filled with homemade bean dip, cheese, and taco meat. And then maybe serve it up with some sour cream or salsa or more bean dip. Whatever your heart's desires. And I also have poblano cream sauce that I made and turned into enchiladas, but I already got that packaged up and in the fridge, so that's done too. Alright, something I've been wanting to try to do is do some more crafts. So I bought this pre-made house that was like this from Hobby Lobby. How much was it? $8.50, but it was half off. And then my daughter painted it all basic black for me. And I'm going in with puffy paint. And I'm just gonna, I don't know, make it look kind of like a spooky, a fall, or what, like a Halloween gingerbread house kind of vibes. So, but yeah, I'm using puffy paint, so you gotta like do a little bit and then let it dry. But it's gonna take me a little while. But I am relaxing, but also feeling like I'm productive because I'm doing something. So that's what I'm working on now. Okay, I am coming down here. I'm gonna get, this is the taco one. And then the other ones I made smaller, and these are stuffed with cracked chicken dip. They're very delicious, and I'm gonna get this cut up, portioned up, and then we'll freeze some and put some in the refrigerator for fresh eating. Oh, okay, it's the next day. I got my daughter, 14 and a half, to her first day at her first job. Oh, I don't think I'm old enough or ready for this. But the people there are incredible. It's the sweetest, cutest little coffee shop, literally a minute down the road. Like, not even. So, it's like next door, which is amazing. And I'm on dog duty first thing all day. And this man, this dog here, is not going to be happy unless he's in the chair with me, smothering me, bugging me, and chewing on this bone and sliming my shirt. Life with the bloodhound is not for the weak, okay? This dog is an absolute menace, but boy is he a sweet boy already. He's tired still. We got up early. He's tired and he just needs to snuggle. Sometimes you just gotta snuggle your mom, you know? So that's what we're gonna do for a while. And we'll see what kind of trouble we get into today when he's done snuggling. Look at him. Look at this baby. Here you go, ready. As he's like shoved into my corner of my arm here. Alright, I have had a craving for like creamy, sweet, and chocolatey. I can't find my chocolate pudding recipe, so I'm just winging it. This easy vanilla pudding recipe is crazy easy. I have all the ingredients. What I did is just add like less than a quarter cup of cocoa powder, and then I'm going to melt in some chocolate chips too at the end. These were the cheapest chocolate chips. The price of chocolate chips is crazy right now. But this was the cheapest one because it was on sale. So we're going to use that, and we prefer milk chocolate. So all we're doing now over here, we have our milk warming up, and I have almond milk. So what I did is added some powdered whole milk. Just because sometimes when you use almond milk in puddings, it doesn't set up quite right. So I'm going to break up the chunks of powdered milk. And then once it's warmed up, then we'll start slowly incorporating the dry ingredients. Very easy. It comes together. It takes a few minutes to like heat up and, you know, thicken up. But it is so worth it. Once you add all of the dry ingredients to the milk, then, like, when it's all thick, you add, take it off the heat and you add some butter. Holy cow. It's so rich and creamy and just decadent. Alright, I pulled it off the heat. I put the butter and the chocolate chips in there and letting it cool down. What you're looking for is, it says like a metal spoon, but I like to use the whisk so it doesn't scratch up my pan. You want it to stick to your spoon. Like that, like coat it, and that's how you know it's ready. And it looks kind of runny right now, but it's still pretty hot, it's still steaming. Once it cools, it'll be exactly like you are used to, maybe from the instant pudding, but it took 20 minutes, you know, but that's right, and it tastes so much better. I cannot even explain how much better it tastes.